and today we're talking microphones again, but this time let's put a scenario together. You've just started YouTube, you have a basic laptop, you've got a webcam, you're like, right, I need a microphone that's going to sound good, but I just don't have the money. Well, look, this microphone from Fifine I've had for over a year now, and it's the 669B, and it is literally just a USB microphone, literally dead simple, with a gain on the front. I'll tell you what, we'll swap cameras very quickly. There we go. Right, okay, so let me show you the microphone. So it's got a pretty sturdy body. It's made out of metal. All this is metal. And then on the front you've got a little twisty gain, which actually feels quite good. Sorry, my dishwasher's on in the background. Shows you how amateur I am. And it's got a very nice feeling. Actually, that switch feels like really way more quality than it is. And you've got a nice stand on the bottom. This just unscrews, right? And the legs fold, so you can put it in your bag. And then you've got, so that's your metal with plastic. It's got rubberized feet on the bottom, so if you put it on a table, and we use this for doing podcasts occasionally on the fly, if people bang on the table, it does a fairly good job of isolating it. And then you've got this fella on here, which you can actually take this off. This just there's a collar on here, so that unscrews and that comes off. So that ring, you can actually undo it, take that out, and you can mount it on, say, a boom arm or something like that. And currently, this is on Amazon, and I think it's about around the £30 mark, or $35. It kind of fluctuates in price slightly depending on what's going on in the market, of course. And there's a later version which I think has like a mute on it as well. This doesn't have that, but you can just turn the dial down. You don't need to have that mute. It's just a nice to have. But if you wanted a starting out ability to stream and make or even put a basic podcast together, because it's a condenser microphone, it will take sound from around the room. And what I'm going to show you is we're going to make this sound really, really good with some really simple steps. And we're going to show you that out the box, it doesn't sound too bad either. So yeah, so that's what we're on with. So I'm going to stop this here. Okay, so I've plugged the microphone in. We're currently running off this one. I'll tap it, so I've just deafened you all. This is the later Fifine microphone, the Ampligain. You will be able to see that microphone. I've moved it down so they're near the same height. There's another review video on that bad boy, which we'll talk about another time. So we've got this plugged in, but I haven't turned it on. So it's just plugged in. It automatically loaded up. Now you can see on the screen here that we're using OBS. So at the moment, the only thing that this has is a little bit of latency turned on just to sync everything up, because I'm doing multiple things at once. So I'm going to try this microphone, and then we're going to do it in a completely there's no sound gates, there's no compressors on, there's nothing, and I'll do the Peter Pepper Pickle podcast, and that will give you an idea of what that sounds like, hopefully, and we'll do the same test with this one. So let's swap them over. So I'll cut this mic off by muting it. And now I should have the test mic on now. It's currently recording in mono. We're going to Peter Pickle Pepper podcast, and you can hopefully get a gist of what that sounds like. And I'll swap back now, and we can see what it sounds like against the other microphone. There we go. So we're back with this microphone now. Sorry, I tried to unclick it, and obviously it was just on the button on top. Amateur. I'm learning, people. I'm learning. So yeah. So hopefully you can see the difference. We'll do it again. And that is literally out of the box, set up, plugged in. We could knock the gain back a little bit and see what that sounds like. That might give us a kind of, less peaky kind of sound. It's fairly warm. I don't think it sounds bad at all. But we're going to have a little mess with it, and I'm going to show you how good a quality we can get out of this cheap microphone. So okay, what I've done, I've completely disconnected this microphone. So this isn't even on now, and I'll put that to one side, plonk that there. So now we've connected it, so it's right in front of my face. I can tweak it around a little bit. Now with this mic, I will say, because there's no cradle holding it, you bash it, you're going to make a lot of noise. My dishwasher is just about to launch itself into space in the background, and you can hear that through this microphone right now. There's no sound gate, there's no anything. So we're going to add those things, and then we're going to see what it sounds like. Okay, so now I've added a noise gate. So what this will do is it will mute sound below a certain level, and it will mute sound above a certain level. So I don't know, I can't tell because obviously I'm recording this. Hopefully you shouldn't be able to hear the things in the room now, like the dishwasher that's going mental in the background. I don't know, but I'm hoping you couldn't hear it. Okay, so now I've added a compressor to it. So what a compressor will do is make loud sounds quieter. Now, at the moment, there's a high-pitched whistle coming out of the dishwasher again. And I don't know, I can see that it's getting picked up on the mic. But I'm pretty sure you can't hear that now. And I'm hoping that the sound that you're getting from this is pretty good. We're going to make it even more sexy now. Because there's something else that you can do on OBS. And so just watch that recording, and you can hear my Peter Pickles Pepper podcast coming through onto the mic really, really loud. And it kind of makes it sound a bit, you can hear my breathing, you can hear and all that kind of stuff. So this is a pop filter. Now, you can buy these boom arms relatively cheap, and you can get one of these for they normally come in the packet. They're not a particularly expensive item. And then when you talk into this, that pop filter, it's like 2 bits of material. It will stop a lot of that noise and that purr and the buzz from peaking out on your microphone. The other thing you can do, you can actually just buy a simple phone cover. Go on eBay or go to a second-hand shop where, like Cash Converters or something, where they've got some microphone foams, and just go and find one that fits. That's obviously much better for like a mobile wandering around scenario. But I think you can hear that already the puzz and the buzz sound a lot better. Right, okay, so I've added something called Marvel GEQ. And it's like a bigger, you can see it here, just put it down in the corner so you can see it on that webcam. It is like a massive board, so we can have a little mess with our EQ. So let's move this up. So if we start pushing these up here, and then hopefully we should be getting a slightly more bassy, warm kind of sound. And we can get rid of some of the tinny sound, and hopefully our mids sound all right. So I don't know what that sounds like, but I'm hoping that now you've got a podcast worthy microphone that sounds really slick and really warm and really lovely. So if you're wondering how to do Stream Elements and OBS, I was going to do videos about it, but to be honest, there's so much good resources out there for OBS and Stream Elements that there's kind of not a lot of point in me doing it. So Marvel GQ is a wicked bit of software, and it only plugs in on your microphone literally like as a filter. So you go into the filter setting, you put in plugin, and then you add your Marvel GQ, and I mean it's a wicked, very easy, simple thing to use, and it's fantastic. I'm really happy that I can show you how to make a very cheap basic microphone sound amazing. But I think you'll agree that this microphone for 30 quid delivers way more. And whilst you're on, I mean, I can literally, whilst we're here, I'm going to turn all of the filters off. Everything's going to turn off. I'm going to remove the plugin. So let's close that. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of the compressor. Let's get rid of the noise gate. And there we go. There's nothing there now. Just the microphone. And I think it's an absolute banger. So I'll put a link in the description on Amazon where you can buy this microphone. Fifine haven't sent me this one. I have got another one coming from them, which is a dynamic microphone, which I'll show you guys. It's a completely different thing from these compressor mics, and it's USB based as well. So I hope you found this video useful. And oh yeah, that was the other thing. Obviously with this microphone, it's just a basic USB. You can run this on Mac, you can run it on Windows. You don't need to run OBS. This is what you're hearing now is what it would sound like if you plugged it in without anything. And obviously I've got a pop filter on, but I think it's a fantastic microphone, and it's been in my bag, it's been all over the country, I've dropped it, banged it, all sorts of stuff, and it still hangs in there and still delivers. So for the money, awesome mic to get started on. If you're not bothered about the RGB and you want just good quality sound, this microphone, it's got to be a good starting point. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and laters all, and yeah, see you soon.